Jai Sachidanand. I bow to pure soul within you, everybody. Jai Sachidanand. This is spiritual science. This is not religion. There is no rituals in this spiritual science. This is pure understanding and basic thing, fundamental thing we have to know in this world. Who am I? Because due to self-ignorance, we are suffering so much pain, so much worries, so much stress, insult, everything. Why we are suffering in this world? Because of our self-ignorance. Once we realize who am I, then all worries and stress will go away and we will get inner bliss. And Dadabhagan, to whom we say as a Dadabhagan, he's so many life he was searching about what is reality, what is universal truth. In this life, he got this spiritual knowledge in 1958. Who is the doer? Who is governing this whole universe? What is pure soul? What is God? Why the karma is getting charged? How to get salvation? Everything he got within 1 hour at that time, 1958. He also says that at that time when I got this knowledge, 48 minutes it remained, and I visualized whole universe. I saw, I experienced what is universal truth. And my ego, anger, greed, everything gone. I separated from my mind, speech and body, and myself, total separation take place. And from that time, he says, I have no worry, no stress, complete bliss all the time. So, due to that spiritual understanding, from childhood, he was searching what is reality all the time, and final stage of realization is got in 1958. And that science we can say is a Akram Vignan. Akram means stepless path for achievement of self-realization. There are 2 types of path in this world. One is step by step, step by step, step by step. We have to do something to achieve self-realization. Doing some meditation, some worship, some chanting some mantra, or some penance, or some living our home, wife, everything, and doing sadhana, or for our finding out who am I. But some spiritual means not a spiritual, but in religion they are teaching, do something, chant some mantra, do meditation, do worship, and you will get finally self-realization. But that is a long, long, long path. So many years and so many life we have spent for in that path. Still we have not achieved our self-realization. It is possible in that path also, in presence of Tirthankar like Lord Mahavir, or say Lord Krishna, in presence of such a enlightened person, we can terminate our journey for our self-realization. But in this time, no such Tirthankar, no such Gnani is available. But due to our merit karma, Dadabhagan in this time, he got such a spiritual knowledge, and this is not step-by-step path. It is stepless path, or say elevator path. Within 2 hours, we can get our realization. Within 1 hour, exactly 48 minutes, we are getting realization of self. And next 1 hour, we are getting 5 principles, how to remain in pure soul and how to dissolve our discharge karma. So there should not be any new karma charge, and all our discharge karma of past life we can finish without charging new karma, in remaining in our awareness of pure soul. So within 2 hours we are getting this knowledge, who am I, who is the doer. Here no rituals is there, only we have to understand. That's why our satsang session is mostly question and answer, because up to today in our religion life we must have done something. So we must know what is correct. If it is correct, then we should continue that things, and if it is not correct, we will have to leave that things and get the correct things. So here we are allow you to ask questions and get answer about what is universal truth, what is goal of life, how to achieve that, what is soul, what is how to stop charging new karma. Everything you can ask, you can get what is Dada's vision about reality. 2 fundamental things you will get here, and that is actually our goal of life. One, who am I? Really, who am I? We must know, because whatever name given to our body, we are believing I am that name. I am Alicia, but it is name given to the body. But really, you are Alicia or your name is Alicia. So we don't know it is any contradiction between 2 sentences. And whole worldly people, they know I am Alicia is correct, my name is Alicia also correct. But what is correct, we don't know. In this spiritual science, we are knowing that Alicia is the name given to the body for identification. And you are honor of the name. So who are you? Who am I? That really we don't know. And that's why whatever problem comes to Alicia, you feel it is with me, I have to suffer for these problems. Once you detach from Alicia and once you know who am I, the whole problem get dissolved and you will have permanent happiness. So this is basic fundamental thing, we must know who am I. At the same time, another part of this spiritual knowledge is who is governing all this universe, who is the real doer behind all this happening. It is also very important to know who is the real doer, because we are believing I am doer, I am doing so and so, I have done my business, my family, I am running my family, everything. But really, who is the doer? That is also biggest question in spirituality. And Dadabhagan, he was also searching so many life, who is real doer? Somebody says God is doer, somebody says karma are doer, our luck is doer, but who is really doer? And finally, in 1958, when he realized that spiritual knowledge, at that time he got who is the real doer. In our satsang spiritual discourses, you will get that explanation, who is the real doer. So 2 fundamental things here we will explain you. Because of doership, we have all these worries, stress, tensions. Once you know who is real doer, automatically your worry will stop. Due to doership, we are charging new karma. Once your doership goes away, you know who is the real doer, automatically our doership automatically it falls down, and we can remain in our experience of pure soul. So 2 fundamental things you will get here. What is our ultimate goal of life? to achieve salvation or liberation. But ultimate liberation is the last stage. But we should get something in our day-to-day life so that we should not have any misery, sufferings, stress, worries. So first stage of liberation in this life, day-to-day life, and this knowledge you will get here is first stage of salvation, stopping our new charging karma and inner happiness, permanent happiness. Whatever you are getting happiness is only temporary happiness, and it gives to us again unhappiness. So we want to come out from all worldly unhappiness and happiness and get permanent happiness by this spiritual knowledge. So this is basic things, and this spiritual science is vast. You can ask some questions, then you will get more answer about this spiritual science. So anybody want to ask some question, you can. We will continue our satsang by question and answers.
Deepak Bhai, I have a little bit of doubt in experiencing. For example, you can see mind is in the brain. Heart is in your body. Ego, you can see somebody showing by its opulence or whatever. You can see intellect by person being very learned. But what is soul? How can you see or experience soul? Because people say when you die, the soul departs. But has anybody seen the soul departing? Where is this soul? That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah. You are saying, I can understand intellect. I can visualize intellect. I can see all senses. I can see mind. Who is seeing everything? Is soul. You says, I can see camera, I can see pillars, I can see windows, I can see all people. So who is seeing everything is really soul. But you have ignorance. What's your name?
Naresh.
Naresh. I am Naresh. So with intellect you are observing everything. When your wrong belief changes to right belief, that really you are soul, you are knower, and you are seer of everything. So whatever we are observing, everything, the observer is a really soul. So suppose there is a pain in leg. So what you say? There is much pain, too much pain in my leg. In this pain, there is no. In this leg, there is no pain. Who knows that? So really, everything, knower of everything is really soul. So it is a total invisible, but it has property of knowledge and vision, jnana and darshan. So by that property, you can visualize, you can experience everything. But we are believing that I am Naresh, I am visualizing, I am experiencing. So due to wrong belief, you are charging new karma, you have to suffer discharge karma. Now only that part is spoiled, only that part, wrong belief. Everything is not wrong, anything. Now here we are changing your wrong belief. Oh, you are not Naresh, you are pure soul. And whatever Naresh is doing, you are not doer for anything. Naresh is doing due to scientific circumstantial evidence. So you are not doer of anything of Naresh, and you are only knower and seer of Naresh. So once you get this knowledge, automatically that who got this knowledge is really a soul. And it is soul, it is very beginning stage of experience. Then you practice 5 principles, you will reach to higher stage, and when you reach to full stage, you will become full stage of soul. So soul is nothing but it is a knower and perceiver of everything in this world, what is happening. So and it is a God. Soul is a God. I without my is pure soul. I without my is God. So nobody is God over in sky, is governing whole universe. The soul is a God. Lord Mahavir, Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, Lord Shiva, everybody, when they experience full soul, they becomes God. So each and every human can become God. When they realize themselves, who am I, and they achieve full stage of soul, is a God. So we are not saying like that there is no God, but every creature, every living creature inside soul is a God. But just like only one rays coming out through that pot. So one sense creature, two sense creature, when all pot will go away, full light, enlightened light is a God. So here it is beginning of experiencing pure soul, and you have to practice 5 principles, you have to attend more and more the spiritual discourses. Then you will, because once you get admission in college, you become doctor immediately? No, you got the admission. Now you have to at least 300 days per year you have to attend college. Here 300 hours per year you have to attend. 3 hours, not days, 300 hours. In the 4 days, at least 100 hours finished. So from day and night, everything is counted here.
Thank you.
I'm really new to all this, so I'm going to ask some basic questions. At lunchtime, we got to talk about scientific, circumstantial evidence as the law of the universe. Can you elaborate on that, and what is that? And also my other question is, in some spiritual philosophies, there is the understanding of good and bad, negative and positive, light and dark forces in the universe. Is this part of this understanding?
One thing, scientific circumstantial evidence. Suppose anything you want to do, you can do independently. Just you want to make a cup of tea, say. You can make independently without help of anything. What you will say? You want to make 1 cup of tea.
Yeah.
So without help of anything, you can prepare 1 cup of tea. You are expert.
Well, you need the heat.
Heat, not only heat. Some tea bag,
Yeah, you
milk,
need all the elements.
sugar,
Right.
pot, everything, lighter also required. So you want to make anything or any work done in this world without help of anything is not possible at all. So whenever something, if you say I have made 1 cup of tea, but if you deeply find out with the help of so many evidences, it happens. So if something is not done, so evidences are lacking. That's why that is not happened. So really, in this world, somebody says, oh, I am doer of so and so, I can do whatever I want. But he is not really doer. Time is also factor, space is also factor, so many evidences. So with the help of so many evidences, man can do whatever happens. So really, one cannot do anything without help of evidences. One thing is there, you have wish, you want to make tea. But according to your wish, if evidences are not there, you cannot do tea. So from your part, only wish or intention or you have knowledge how to make tea, but evidences are required for preparing tea. So Dadabhagan says, in this world, nobody can do anything without help of evidences. So whatever happen in this world, anywhere, anytime, it is only due to scientific circumstantial evidences. Why it is called as scientific? So whatever we are observing, only 5, 10, 20 evidences, but there are hidden evidences like past life karma, space factor, time space factor, and so many things we don't know. So the hidden factors are also there, and that's why it's called as a scientific. And circumstantial evidence, scientific, circumstantial evidence, when get together, then only our work will done. So nobody is individual doer in this world. Nobody is individual doer. Whatever happen is result of scientific, circumstantial evidence only. You want to come from, say, USA to here, you need some evidences. You want to go from here to kitchen, you want to for eating in kitchen also, so many evidences. So for every work there is evidence required. In evidences, time, space and other evidences. So, and from your side, your intention, your wish, your desire is one of the evidence. So from your side, you are one of the evidence. With the help of other evidences, you can finish your work.
So am I understanding that the evidences are the parts that create the reality that we don't have any power over?
Why evidence is created? Due to whatever we have charged karma in past life. Due to charged karma, scientific circumstantial evidence occurs. Like a magnet, so automatically ion particle will attract toward magnet. Like all charged karma, charged atoms, they attract evidences, and evidences when fulfill, automatically you will get effect according to your causes. When you will get effect, all evidences will disappear. So evidence helps only for getting our from causes to effect, charge to discharge. So when our particle gets discharged, automatically evidences go away. So this is science of how this is happening. Nobody is creator, nobody is doer, nobody is individually govern this whole universe. From beginning to end, if you see, only scientific circumstantial evidence are the doer. This is biggest invention, Dadas. And another question, what was your
The other question was about
bad and good.
powers of negative and positive. And positive.
Yeah, that is also due to scientific circumstantial evidence. If you have wrong understanding, then your whole power will go toward negativity. If you have right understanding, your power will generate toward positivity. Like there is no such negative and positive in this universe. But due to our wrong understanding, our right understanding, this power generates. And really, nothing is wrong, nothing is right, nothing is bad, nothing is good. Everything is just like objects and you are observer. Just like a scientist and he is making experiment on some element like this in this world. But due to, if you have comfort, you feel, oh, this is good. If you don't have any comfort, happiness, you feel this is bad. But for you, whatever is bad, it is good for somebody else. So it is just belief, this is good, this is bad. Due to intellect, everybody feels this is good, this is bad. But with real knowledge, absolute knowledge, nothing is good, nothing is bad. Just it is evidences. It comes for our discharge, and when our discharge takes place, discharge karma gives effect, automatically evidence will disappear, it goes away. So it is just only evidences, nothing is good, nothing is bad. But our social group or say family group, they are deciding this is good, this is bad. Some religion group, they decide this is correct, this is not correct. Like individually it is group or individual belief is there, this is good or bad. But in reality there is nothing like good and bad.
So what I'm understanding from what you're saying, that there is no dark forces or light forces, it's only the collective consciousness that is holding misunderstanding that creates negativity.
Really, whatever you have charged in past life, it will be discharged in this life. So for discharge purpose, scientific circumstantial evidence gets together. And according to your belief, if you feel, oh, this is good, you will feel good. So according to your belief, you feel this is good or bad. But really nothing is good or bad. It is just giving effect and it will go away. So due to your wrong understanding, you feel bad or good. But if you have right belief, right knowledge, absolute knowledge, then there is nothing wrong in this world. Whatever happens is always correct, never incorrect.
Deepak Bhai, I'd like to ask a question about Christianity. I'm coming from a Christian background, and we learn about Christ consciousness. I'd like to know whether Christ consciousness and this consciousness you teaches is the same, or is there a difference?
It is a little difference is there. Just I explain from bad to good, it is one kind of consciousness. From bad and good to purity, it is a last consciousness. So this is spiritual consciousness, and that is religion consciousness. From bad, we have to move towards good. Still, this good is bad for something, so we have to go further good. Slowly we have to develop ourselves from bad things. We have to leave bad things. We have to adopt good things. Suppose you want to reach to say 12th floor. You are moving by, you are climbing say step by step. So if you reach to 9th floor, 9th step, then before that you are in 8th step. So what you are doing? You want to try to reach to 9th step. When you reach 9th step, again you will leave 9th step and you want to reach to 10th step. So every step is, again you will have to go further in relativity or say in religion. Whatever good we have adopted, we have to leave that and adopt new one. So like that you have to go further in, and that is called as this religion, awareness in religion, consciousness in religion. While this is totally different spirituality. Here we are not changing any bad things, we are not living bad things, we are not adopting good things. We know what is reality directly. So after finishing all these things, we have to come towards reality. And here we are giving you direct reality. So this is consciousness of spiritualism. So no rituals, no religion, and everything is bypassed, and directly you come to pure soul. So this is a total different thing.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Deepak, could you elaborate on the mechanism of prayer? In my upbringing, I grew up atheist. So it took me many years to realize the power of prayer. And who I thought I was praying to was the divine presence that personal divinity. And I don't know if it's my higher self, my guides, my inner divinity. Who am I actually praying to? Because my experience has been that it's been answered to when it truly comes from the heart.
Yeah, it is correct. Suppose this statue is there, no? Deity is there. If you pray, you will feel some vibration, will get energy. So why this is happening? Really, whenever you are praying to any soul or any belief, anything, what you believe, really that things is not giving you any energy. From your soul you are getting energy. So we don't know our soul, that's why we are praying indirect worship. We are praying murti, statues, and we believe that they are giving energy. But statue doesn't accept our worship.
Sure.
Our inner soul is accepting our worship. And from inner soul, we are getting energies. So we are praying indirect worship. After Jnana Vidhi, you will realize pure soul. So you can do direct worship with your pure soul. So that will directly help to you. This is indirect worship and this is direct worship. But from within soul, you are getting energy, you are getting bliss, everything within soul only.
But what part of me is actually doing the prayer to the soul?
It is heartily part is doing prayer. Heart part.
The heart.
Not intellect. And due to heart and soul is within us only. So from soul we are getting energy. Soul has two big properties. One bliss means happiness, permanent happiness, and one knowledge. Real knowledge and real happiness. So whenever we feel uncomfort, some stress, when we pray God, but we are praying indirect worship. So at that time, from inner soul, we are getting happiness. And we have some confusion, some doubts, under some tension. When we are praying God, we will get some, say, intuition. But it is also when rays of light comes and we can solve our problem. But it is also coming through soul also only. It is soul has property of knowledge and soul has property of happiness. So within that knowledge or happiness, whenever we need, whenever we required, it comes within soul only. But we don't know it comes from soul, so we believe that it comes from that some deities or some statue or some god or some deities or.
So when I say the divine in my heart that is also in the heaven and in the earth, this is how I speak to myself. I said in my own language, I say the divine inside me that is in heaven and in earth and inside my heart. Am I having a right understanding?
Yeah, it is okay because see, there are two type of understanding. One is viewpoint understanding, belief understanding. One is reality. So in reality, total different things. On viewpoint, whatever you observe, it is correct by your viewpoint. It is not wrong at all. But it is not ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is total different. So you are believing it is coming through my heart, it is okay. But from heart, where it is coming? Heart gives some information in heart from where it came. So really it comes from whatever you are experiencing in past life. It will store in heart, and from heart it will come again. This is not good because in previous life you have experienced this is not good, I should not do this again. So that is stored in heart, and that will help you again and again. So it is not any divine power, but whatever you have experienced in past life, it's stored in heart. And that from heart, it will give you again this informations. And some information is not fed in heart, it won't come. So like that, it is just a collection of all experience.
I was interested in the West, there are a lot of words we use. And for me, one of them that's confusing still is karma. And I'm interested in what your thoughts are. Is karma a bubble that's filled with atoms that get charged? You know, what is the mechanism of karma? Is it because we have a wrong belief that charges something? You talk about charging and then
correct.
discharging.
Correct.
But actually you use karma, you know, we're charging karma and discharging. But what is that? Is it a packet? Is it a thing of energy?
No.
You know, what is it, a substance?
It is substance.
So
It is substance with charge. See, have you seen that magnet? Some iron particle is there. If we if you touch that iron particle near that, if you keep near that magnet towards near to iron particle, automatically iron particle get attached with magnet. So and after sometimes they are also getting charge, magnetism, and they can pull some magnet also, iron also, some needle or. So automatically, a magnet is a one thing, and it cannot pull or it cannot attract copper or silver. So this is like phenomenon. When magnet it attracts only iron particles. Now here what happens? This is so soul. I is pure soul. Suppose. So Ed, no, what's your name? Ed is, so Ed is now mind, speech and body and intellect, ego, everything is one unit. And you are pure soul by this theory. Now what happened? Due to ignorance, who am I? If you don't know, then you feel I am Ed only. And when you says I am Ed, at that time what happens? Electrical body generates, and atoms are, due to electrical body, atoms get charged. Not only you says I am Ed, you says I am doer, I am thinker, I am seeker, I am engineer, I am doctor, I am husband. So due to wrong belief, you are charging atoms. So charge atom is nothing but karma.
Okay.
And what is karma? It is, see, in reality you are pure soul, but you are doing blunder that I am Ed. Due to that blunder, this is a fault. You are making fault. So due to that fault, you have to be sufferer for that fault. So you are saying I am Ed. Not only you are saying I am Ed. I am Western person. I am father. I am son. I am doer. I am doing good deed. Sometimes I have done bad deeds. So you are doer for all the things. But Ed is discharge atoms. Whatever discharge atom is, you have no control on Ed. You are not doer of Ed. Thoughts are coming, you are knower, but you don't know who am I. That's why you are thinking. You says I am thinking, I am speaking, I am doing, I am moving, I am eating. So due to that wrong belief, you are making faults. And due to faults, you have made fault, but at that time the karma gets charged. And that charged karma automatically gets discharged in next life. Just like a seed in this, suppose we pour some seed, after 3 months or say 3 years, it will give fruits. Like mind, speech and body, they are fruit of past seeds. So suppose you says I have thought about coffee, not about tea. So you have pour seed of coffee, not of a tea. Like whatever your thoughts are, whatever you thoughts coming through mind, you have charged exactly whatever you have charged, it gets discharged in this life. Whatever speech, it gets discharged in this life. Whatever behavior, whatever action, whatever job, business, everything is discharged in this life. So discharge, it is called as a discharge karma. In spiritual language, but it is karma. But whatever atom gets charged, automatically it will discharge. Suppose you have one tank. With pump, you are charging water in the tank. No, we are pouring water in the tank through pump. Then when you open that cork, automatically water will come. So it is get discharged. So here water is charged, water is discharging. Here atoms are getting charged, atoms are getting discharged. And in our world, other word, we can say it is karma. Karma is nothing but charge atom. When it gets discharged, it is discharge karma.
Thank you.
You said two things about qualities of the soul that I would like clarification on, please. I think you said that the pure soul is God, and then I think you said that the soul has different levels of ignorance, which is a human quality. So could you clarify what really are the qualities of the pure soul?
When pure soul, without ignorance, with full of absolute knowledge, it is a God. Like gold, without copper, without silver, absolute pure gold is a God. Like here also, humans are with wrong belief, so that's why they are in the form of human. So soul is there, but it other element, combination of other element. So impurity we can say. So soul without means in human, see, gold when it is pure form, but when it is in the form of bangle, so we can say phases of the gold has changed. So phases of the gold, suppose gold is alive, then it will say, I am Bengal, I am Bengal, I am Bengal. But really it is Bengal. So goldsmith says that you are pure soul. But no, I am Bengal. They will kill me, they will make chain, earring. So really they are not killing, change of phase is taking place. But still pure soul remain pure soul. Pure gold remain pure gold. But when it is in mixture of other element, so automatically goldsmith, he will change one phase to another phase, another phase, another phase. When all other element removed and absolute pure gold is there, they will keep in locker. So here absolute pure soul without any ignorance, any wrong beliefs, any mistakes, any blunders, absolute pure soul, it is a God. But soul with wrong belief, it is human or animal like that. Soul now, what is soul exactly? Suppose you says I am Shava. Then you says my name is Shava. Is there any contradiction between two sentences?
So the bangle is the one that has the ignorance, not the gold itself.
Bengal is
The bangle is the ignorant one.
ignorance. No, not ignorance. It is a phases of gold. But if gold is alive, then gold has ignorance. I am Bengal. Wrong belief. Really, somebody if change that wrong belief, you are not phases, you are element.
Okay.
So it will phases is there, element is also there. So property of the gold is such that with the help of other evidences, phases can change from bangle to ring. But in that ring, gold remain pure. But with the help of other element, copper or silver, is there in mixture of gold. That's why it is a impure form. When all mixture we have clear and pure gold and other element are separated, then it becomes a pure gold. And they will keep in locker. Like also here, now due to wrong belief, we are charging new karma or we are charging atoms, matters. So with the combination of matter and soul, phases arises. Human is also phases, and tree plantation are also phases, and animal kingdom is also phases. So in phases, element remain pure. So here also we have to understand these are the phases and pure soul is a pure element. But now it is due to wrong belief, you are charging new karma, you are suffering discharge karma. When your wrong belief totally dissolves, then you are not going to charge any new karma. So you will be separate from matter, atom, everything. Then absolute stage of pure soul is a God. Then there is no charge and total discharge is also completed. Then absolute pure soul is a God.
So if is it the pure soul going through different stages of self-realization, or which me is it that's
No, it is here.
becoming self-realized?
No, but see what happens with the help. Suppose there is a cloud and there is a sun. So rainbow generates, in the presence of cloud and sun rays, rainbow generates rainbow. So rainbow is not a independent element. It generates due to two elements like sun rays and cloud. Here also ego is a new element. It generates due to pure soul and matter. And ego is charging new karma is suffering discharge karma, is taking new birth, death, every cycle of life and death. So pure soul in that whole body remain pure always. But it is not only pure soul. Soul, matter, and there is ego. So ego, when ego dissolves, pure soul is separated, then it will not charge new karma, and it will become absolute, and absolute soul is a God. Now ego is there, and ego, we have to eliminate ego. But ego, how it generated? It is due to ignorance. Ego comes from ignorance, and ignorance is nothing but relative knowledge. Worldly knowledge is relative knowledge. I am Shava, I am wife, I am mother, I am daughter. It is relative knowledge. It is not wrong. It is relative correct. But relative knowledge creates ego. When you get real knowledge, ego automatically gets dissolved. And then only you can separate from matters, other element. So here is a knowledge given to you by Gnan ceremony, that wrong belief is gets fractured, and right belief we are giving you right beliefs. Due to right belief, all ego gets dissolved. And then separation of pure soul from other element. And then automatically it will reach to absolute stage, it becomes a God. The soul is a God. You understood? Very good. Very good.
Namaste. You've talked a lot about pure soul, and yesterday I was realizing that I have these ideas about what you mean by that, but they probably actually have nothing to do with what you're actually saying. So I wanted to share a little bit of some of my experience and what I've seen in the past and compare notes kind of about that. There were some times when I was in India where there were some awarenesses that came to me, well, that not to me really, but it was like a seeing that there's only isness, there's only beingness, there's nothing else. And that isness was looking through Craig's eyes and hearing with Craig's ears, but was not Craig. But included Craig in a way also. But Craig was no more important than a chair or an ant or any other object in the universe. And there was just this pure awareness without really, I couldn't say that I am this pure awareness because there was no I in the sense of an individual anything. And could you say something about innocence? Because I know that one of the things that happened at that time was kind of a sense or a feeling that of just innocence.
So sometimes it is possible. Still further we have to go. Who is the doer behind all this happening? That part is missing. And then due to that missing part, what happens? I am pure soul, I am pure soul. I want to keep my awareness. I want to keep my awareness. I'm knower only, I am knower only, I am seer only. But whatever happen in this world, we are becoming doer for that. We want to eliminate something, we want to adopt something. Or bad thing we want to remove, good thing we want to adopt. And that little doership is there. Your whole awareness of pure soul will go away. So, who is the real doer? Unless you don't know about that, your awareness of pure soul won't remain continuous. So, by intellect, we can reach to, oh, I am pure soul, because intellect is parallel to real knowledge. 99%, they can remain parallel. Intellect and knowledge of pure soul, but they are parallel. But this is relative and this is real. This is with respect to some scripture or some study. Ego can set with intellect, oh, this is body, this is thoughts, I am separate, I am separate, I am separate. But it is with ego, the setting is with ego. That's why ego is temporary, intellect is also temporary, so automatically end result is temporary. So some difficult problems arise, and at that time you feel, why this is happening with me? I want to come out from this and so and so. So ego is there, and he feels, oh, I am doer, I want to remove this, I want to adopt this, and automatically awareness of pure soul will not remain constant, because it is really not awareness of real pure soul. There are two self. One is true self and another is relative self. Relative self can be witness. He can be witness of ego, intellect, thoughts, body, speech. But this inner action, outer action is totally witnessed by relative self. And relative self is and real self is total different. So up to relative self, man can reach with intellect, but real true self we cannot reach. So now you came here, you will get this Gnan ceremony, and you study this science, automatically you will experience true self. And once you experience true self, automatically your vision will be pure. You can also see pure self in another person's. And whatever fault of, what's your name?
Craig.
Craig. You can see faults of Craig also. Sometimes ego, pride, anger, or whichever, hatred or affection or anything. But you will see your faults, and that is a real self. And once you see your faults, automatically that will go away. You will get more and more awareness, experience of pure soul.
This is my very first time, but what's the other? So if my ego is not the doer of all my messed up doings, it couldn't be pure soul, could it?
No.
So what's doing all this ridiculous stuff?
Really, ego is doing, but ego is doing in subtlest level. And
At
all
what?
physical things are coming, it is a result. Ego is planning, I want husband, I want some kids, I want house, and just he's planning something, designing. And design is fulfilled by scientific circumstantial evidences. And at that time, you are observing, you are suffering, you are feeling that, oh, I want, it's so and so. But at that time, your wish may change. You feel, I want something better than this, I want something better than this. So that conflicts arises. Whatever stuff you are suffering, in that you feel, I don't want so and so, I want so and so. But at that time, whatever you are believing that I want so and so, it is charging for new, you are preparing new designs. So this conflict is going on in our world, worldly life. So actually, ego has design, and he is suffering in that design, whatever it comes in our life, result as a result. So ego is charging, and only ego is suffering whatever he has charged. And again he is charging, I want so and so, I want so and so, I don't want so and so, I want so and so. So he is charging new. So this cycle is going on again and again.
And so that
So
is
soul is remain totally separate. He is giving just light. Just light is given these are the 3 cameras. They are recording something. But without light, they cannot record. So, just like soul is a light, in presence of ego is charging new karma. And when in theater, have you observed that the film is going on, carbon arc is there, the light is there, and we are observing whole picture on screen. So without help of light, picture will not be produced on screen. So both the time, light remain independent, inactive, but in presence of light, we are charging new karma. In presence of light, discharge karma taking place. So soul is total different all the time, remain inside. But it gives light. Without help of light, one cannot charge anything. It's difficult for you. Little.
A little. Yeah.
So what only thing we have to understand, ego is charging new karma, ego will suffer new past karma, and soul remain pure all the time.
Okay, so when the ego has diminished or gone, or I really get that I am pure soul,
Yeah.
then what is happening through me,
Not through you.
not through me. Oh, yeah.
Oh. What's your name?
Jill.
It is through Jill. Not with you.
Okay, but through right now I am this
Jill.
Jill's. Yeah. And
You says I am Jill. Then you says my name is Jill. Is there any contradiction between 2 sentences?
between I am Jill and my name is Jill?
Jill, yeah. Is there any contradiction? Once you say this is my house, then you say I am house. Is there any contradiction?
Oh, yeah.
Like that you say, what about your body? What you will say, this is my body or I am body?
Right, I get it.
My body. You never say I am body. No?
Pardon me?
What about your body? What you will say? This is my
It's
body or
my,
I am body? What you will say?
it's my body.
Then who says this is my body? He must be honor of that body.
Right,
So belongings and honor must be separate.
right. Well, I know that. I've read it,
Yeah.
but I don't feel.
You don't feel that now. We want that experience.
Yeah. Right.
Theoretically, we understood Chil is separate and I is separate.
Right.
So now practically tomorrow we will conduct that experiment, then start experiencing how Chil is separate and you are separate.
That's why I'm here. Okay. Thank you.
Tomorrow we cap that experiment.